Yeah, I'm sure there's a nice view here. This is the view. Nice little view down this valley.
Wow.
So we just started the camera because we were like sideways.
Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Josh and Kelly.
We are continuing to do the BDR X in Pennsylvania, this next segment. We're not going to do the whole thing. We don't have that kind of time. It's too long. But we are doing the next segment. And where we left off with you last week, we had just kind of posted up for the night beside the road. And it was a nice level spot. We had a lot of good signal there, which was good because Kelly had a work call last night that we needed the signal for. So we had all that. And in the night, it decided to rain and keep raining. And it's supposed to pretty much rain all day today. In fact, I think it's supposed to get colder as the day goes because it's supposed to turn to snow tonight up here. So we won't be here then, which is a good thing. I don't know if I want to be on this road. Well, snow's not so bad, but ice is awful. And, you know, if it freezes, we don't want to be here when there's all this ice. As you saw last week, when we encountered ice, it was pretty bad. It was very slick and all that. It's yeah, quite dangerous. And we don't have a whole lot of recovery gear. I think at the moment our recovery gear consists of a shovel to dig ourselves out, and that's about it. So anyway, with that said, we are off this morning to try and get as much of this done as we can today. And we'll show you what it's like, but it's really kind of misty and wet at the moment. And again, it's supposed to rain for most of the day, so that's kind of what we're expecting.
It says 48 outside, and when we woke up, the van was 58 degrees. We haven't run the heater at all during the night. I mean, I think if it's pretty chilly right now. We just got the van running. This van heat will be on soon and warm up, but it sounds so cold. If I was at home, I don't think I could tolerate 58, but it's a little more. The van is so well insulated, it really keeps you warm. It was quite fine to sleep all night. I didn't wake up because I was cold at all.
No, it was actually very nice to listen to all the rain come in waves and hit the roof and everything last night. That was quite pleasant because at our house, at our apartment, we can't hear the rain at all. The only reason we can hear the rain is when we hear the water coming in the downspouts, because we're so far away from the actual roof where the rain is hitting. So to hear the rain last night was beautiful.
That is nice.
We really enjoyed that. So anyways, we're off for another adventure today, and we'll show you where we go. So on our walk this morning in the rain, we come across this little path that somebody's done. It looks like they've just taken a bobcat and just tried to plow out a path, but I don't know where it goes. It might not even go much further than this, but interesting. And we're out in all this, and Sophie does not like the rain. She does not like the rain at all. So this is an interesting walk for her. She, when we got out of the van, she took about 5 steps and was like, "Okay, I'm done." I was like, no, we gotta go a little further than that. So she's coming, but she does not like it. Well, this little ATV road or whatever it is not nearly as clear and distinct. Let me show you here. So I don't think it's coming up on video, but you can still see it. There's a good one. You can still see it, but it is not distinct and it's not well used, and I don't know where it goes. And it's following right along the line here between some private property on the right, which has these posted trespassing signs, and the state forest land, which is on the left. And the reason I know that it's state forest land is they mark their trees in white as the boundary. And so you got these boundary markers in white on one side, and literally on the other side you've got these no trespassing signs. So I don't know who owns this path that literally is going along the border between the two, but we're going to go for a little bit longer and see where it goes. If the rain will hold out, that is, because it's only kind of spitting at the moment, but if it starts to downpour, we might have to go back. We have called it quits, haven't we, Soph? We are heading back to the van. This trail just kept going and going. I didn't know exactly, how far it was going to go
So I don't have a map up to show where this trail at all. So I don't have any idea of its destination or its route because of that. This is not on a map, which is kind of my kind of trail to go for. If this was nice weather, I'd be strapping on my hiking boots and saying, all right, this is the day right here, let's go explore this. But given the fact that this is the lightest, it's supposed to rain all day, and I need to get back tonight, then I'm gonna have to say we can't explore this. Chalk it up to one of those things to do another time, and we'll see what the rest of the day has for us.
So, as we mentioned, Sophie has not moved at all. She came in from that morning walk with Josh and she was soaking wet, and we tried her off, and then I found this little blanket and put it on her. Normally as soon as I walk to the front, she runs up, jumps on my lap, and here she is, all snug as a bug. She doesn't care for the rain at all. She gets up from me.
Okay, so we are coming into the Wolf Run Wild area as we are turning down this road here. And this is in the Tyadactin, I think is how you say it, Tyadactin State Forest. But yeah, down another road into another wild area. We love it. Yeah, this is a nice foggy drive this morning. How that's picking up on camera, but it's kind of foggy through here. It's not dense or anything, but it's nice. Kind of a foggy, misty drive through the woods. I don't mind that. It's all good. And so, from our little walk this morning, we've got a little wet. So she's back there under the blanket. She hasn't moved yet. That might be her spot for the day at this rate.
Normally once the van starts going, she's like up front on my lap looking out, and she's just like has not moved since I covered her with the blanket.
She's still a little bit cool, but it's alright. She'll be up here eventually, I'm sure. It's quite a steep little hill down. I don't know if that comes out on camera or not, but I don't want to be coming up this one in bad weather. That was quite a steep little section there. Probably close to a 15% grade in my book. Coming down again, this time with a bit of
there's no ledge.
a drop off. Kelly doesn't like the ledge. She's not a fan of heights. I mean, I like it, but she's the one sitting out there on the edge too. On that right side, not me. Just missed that. Didn't get the camera on time. There was a pheasant that just flew in front of the van. They're pretty rare to capture and to see. That was a pheasant.
Had big wide wings.
Yeah, really kind of it camouflaged in with the grass, the dead grass and stuff quite well. But yeah, that was a pheasant. Hope you can hear that nice heavy rain coming down. Nice to drive in. I don't mind it. Here we are once again, traveling right next to the drop-off on Kelly's side. Just love these. We're heading down this little valley here, down the bottom, and I think there's a river down the bottom, possibly a park with it. Hope you can hear me above the rain, but we're going to use the park for a pit stop if we can, if they have facilities. I don't know if they do or not. We don't even know if they're going to be open, but we'll find out as we head down this valley.
Like it's going to make a difference.
off the ridge down to this valley. Creek or river, whatever it is kind of just to the left of us. So it'll turn us that direction. And there's some houses here. I don't know if this is a little village or something. There's some houses and things here. Looks like
Ice cream.
they have ice cream. Well, we're all set then.
I'm trying to video this little river over here. The mountainside just looks so nice, especially when we're coming down because it's like such a nice backdrop. The water almost looks aqua. It's so pretty.
Ooh, into the rut again.
Oh, we're going through some deep mud. Oh my gosh.
Somebody coming down.
First vehicle we've seen. I just got done saying, oh gosh, look at that rut. We haven't seen any people in the 2 days we've been away up here. Oh, it's a logging truck.
He's good. It's not a logging truck. He's got a trailer. So we're going to stay way off to the side and give him room.
Wow, this mud is something else.
Traction control was kicking in there.
It was?
Yeah.
Gosh.
I don't like traction control. It's not what we need. We need to be able to power through. We'll be taking that stuff off. We're in that situation again.
I can't tell if they can see on the camera how deep those ruts were, but it's a little
Deep
flatter
is-
now.
You can see the trails of him. He was all over the place with that trailer. It's really muddy, this trail, pushing him along. Just here beside the road, there's a nice little cascading waterfall creek thing coming down here beside the road. It's nice, very picturesque. Another picturesque little spot right here beside the road. As we're driving back up into the mountains here, we're heading up to a state park which I think is on top of the mountain. And yeah, it's winding its way up through these mountains to get to it. But
This side is so much prettier than the other side. It's so much, you know, there's been a couple waterfalls, there's more foliage, more evergreens. It's just so much prettier. It's been a nice drive despite the rain.
So this is a place called Spinning Wheel Vista, and the spinning wheels of clouds are moving. We can't really see much. You can see a little bit, but not very much. Got this little plaque here about the forest and all of that, but yeah, I'm sure there's a nice view here, just not today. So here we are at this state park. Just pulled up and thought it was a good opportunity because it's not raining to kind of clean things out. So Kelly is cleaning things out in the van, getting it tidied up, and we're going to go for a short walk because we're kind of on the edge of I think an escarpment of some sort. Right out here is something they're calling the Rim Trail, and just focusing on that there, Rim Trail. And right out there through the bush, you can kind of just see that it kind of looks like there's a bit of a view and all that. So I have to assume with the name Rim Trail that it's the rim of something, an escarpment. We're going to go and walk that trail and see what it's like. This is Kelly sweeping things up, getting things clean in there, because it doesn't take long to get it clean. But it doesn't take long to get it dirty either. Things get dirty pretty quickly, especially on rainy days and muddy areas like this. It does get a bit muddy. You can just see the running board here, which is normally black and clean. It's just literally caked in mud from the tires as we're driving along. So it doesn't take much to get things dirty, but it's nice to also have them clean. So Kelly's working on that. So while Kelly's cleaning up that last little bit there on the van, notice this little cabin here. It's not
in terribly great condition or anything, but I'm assuming it is able to be rented out. It's all kind of closed and locked up, and windows are wired over and everything to help keep all the animals and things out of it. But interesting. But it's right here near the rim. It's got a great little view out there. So we're just coming along the rim trail here. What's your comment, Kelly?
How steep it is?
It's a real escarpment here. It's pretty much straight down. I'm looking at it going, wow, great view. And Kelly's like, ooh, it's very steep.
I have an issue with heights.
So here we are. This is the view. Nice little view down this valley. A creek running down there. There's a road beside it as well. See the we are still in a bit of rain cloud there against the mountainside, and off in the distance there you can see it's really nice. You can see the valley. It's blocked here by the edge, and then you can see more of it going up that way.
Wow.
Look at these two good girls enjoying the view behind the rails, making sure they don't go in front. Alright, all you Lord of the Rings fans, tell me this does not remind you of that scene where the company is being chased by the orcs, and they all climb those pine trees on the edge of that cliff at the end. There are all these pine trees here, just like this, hanging out over the edge of the cliff. Just reminds me of that scene.
Washing your paws.
Paws in. Ready? Paws in. There we go. Clean the mud off them. That's a girl.
So we are here near the top of this mountain. We're just to the right of us is an actual mountain top, and you can see it there on the GPS. So just here is an actual mountaintop. So we're really at the top of this mountain. This road's going by, and there's still ice on the road and everything up here. So the rain hasn't washed it away, and it's still very, very slick underfoot as we're driving. It's yeah, still a bit slippery, but yeah, we haven't been coming across much ice today at all, but this is definitely some, and it's because of the rain and the melting. It's still very, very smooth and slick underfoot, but thankfully there's not much of it. So this is a whole snow ice covered section. I think we're heading off to the left there, but wow, this is something else. Let's see how we take this. This is slick. Ooh, this is all ice, slick. Don't think the camera can pick it up, but we're just kind of sliding along through that turn. Still very icy up here at the top of the mountain.
Look at the fog just coming off the ground. All this is here, and it's 54 degrees outside.
Yeah, this is treacherous on the foot. We're really kind of sliding along here. I'm just hoping one of these ruts doesn't take us and dump us into the ditch. Because we're not coming out of that ditch if we go in it. It's too deep. There's some deep ruts here, and we're trying to stay out of them, but it's taking us into other ruts. It's not coming up through that, but we just came up through very similar stuff. enough, but
I wish I had
now we're going down.
caught that on film. It was
Yeah.
so deep ruts, and we were like spinning. It was
all
on
mud,
a turn.
Yeah, the differential had to kick in and lock in the rear to power us through with both wheels driving us. It was some sloppy stuff. But that was coming up, now we're heading down, and it's just as sloppy. But now we're going down through it, as opposed to trying to power up.
Of course, I'm asking, how much longer to run like a regular main paved road?
A little while yet. So we've just started the camera because we were like sideways going up this hill back there in that patch. It was just such complete coverage of ice and so slick that we were just literally sliding. The back end was kicking out, and
That was very scary to me. I did not like that one bit.
the back end was on one side of the road and the front was on the other,
Oh,
and had the wheels turned quite hard over because it was an uphill section too, so we didn't have much option. We had to keep my foot on the gas to keep momentum going so we'd get past it.
oh.
That was the sketchiest part of the ice so far that we've encountered. That was pretty bad. Like this road is still quite icy. I don't know why. It's a very icy road. A lot of fog with it now too because of that.
I couldn't believe that we were sliding back and forth. You did such a great job. I felt so panicked. But we were both so quiet, we didn't say a word during the whole time.
We're just concentrating on making sure we didn't go off the edge to the right there over the
There's nothing there, and then there's
off
a
the
creek.
little escarpment. So now we're back on a road that has logging trucks. You can see the big trucks just tear the road up. This is all kind of soft and squishy and rutted. But we should be out of it here pretty soon. We're going to get onto, I think, a paved road and be out and be done our little excursion here on the BDR. The whole complete BDR X loop we have not done. We've only done, the last 2 days have been the last two segments here have been just a small section of it. It's not been the whole section. And matter of fact, it's probably been, oh my gosh, maybe 10-15% of the whole that we've been on the last couple of days. So I mean, there's an easy week's running around up here. Now granted, we stop and we go for hikes and look at the views and that kind of stuff. You could do a lot faster if you were well, one, if there wasn't ice and stuff around, and two, if you were just staying on the road and not stopping. But here we are, back to the pavement. So this is the end of the BDR. And yeah, we that last bit was the sketchiest of the whole lot with all that ice. Like that was bad. Like we were, our rear end was in ruts on one side and our front end was in ruts on the other side, and we were literally going sideways up this hill. But yeah, we're done it now. So yeah, this is the end of our bit of the BDR that we're doing. There's certainly a lot more sections. We'll probably come back another time and do other sections of it, but for now this is it. And thanks for tuning in and coming along with us on all the good, the bad, and the ugly bits of it. And yeah, we'll see you out there next time.